I'm going to be either replacing a radiator now or an elbow. But certainly tune in later, catch part 2, because you're not going to want to miss this. You've never seen anybody do this. Guarantee you. We're going to go ahead and get that crank pulley out too, the rest of the way. But like I said, my advice to anybody else would have been probably take that pulley off first. But if you've made the same mistake I've made, continue part 2 and you'll see how to solve this. All these problems and more. Hey guys, this is AtariBot, and guess what? It's come to my attention. There's like a couple YouTubers out there who may think like they're the only real mechanics out there, and that every other mechanic out there is just pure garbage. I mean, if he touches an impact, you know, or does this or that, he's just the worst mechanic out there, and you should just run away and never listen to or ever watch any other YouTuber but him. He's the only one you should ever be subscribed to, because everybody else is just garbage. And anyway, today we're going to be using the largest 1/2 inch impact I have with an extra large capacity battery pack there. Puts out a little extra juice. And we're going to put the adapters to put the smallest little torx bit, and we're going to be removing all the torx bits with our 1/2 inch impact driver here. And what we're going to be doing too, some of these have like wood thread on them. It's weird. But anyway, we're going to be removing this radiator, because if you remember last week, you know, we're like, you know, hey, this looks like the only way. It is what it is. But you know, the radiator comes out really easy, actually. You know, and I'll be showing that here shortly. But it really wasn't that bad. Yeah. Well, here, I'll let me tell you. Okay, so yeah, as soon as I was able to get the fan here out of the way, I was able to remove that balancer and slide it up out of that hole without and I kind of held the gear a little bit with my finger as I slid it out from underneath. I was laying on my back down here and I slid it out and no problems. So there it is all together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up, but I'm also going to take my, my battery powered impact and remove these E10s out of here. When I was taking this fan out, it's not too complicated. You just take these covers off. 2 of these bolts for this upper plastic cover were hidden just underneath here. So there's 2 of them. You get those 2 off, you know, there'd be 5 screws all together. There's one in the middle too, but not sure what that one in the middle actually held, now that I think about it. You just need to, may just need to take out the 2 side ones, and then that whole piece comes off. Or may attach to the actual fan or something. That's what it was. Yeah, the middle one attached to it. So you do have to remove all 5 of those screws. And then the fan will slide out. You'll have to these hoses kind of clip on with some clips. I'll show you around here, like here and here, and you just kind of gently spread these open, pull them out, you know. Oh, and something else that was nifty. I didn't catch on to it before I'd unhooked this. I unhooked this anyway because it was dripping right there, and I don't know if it's dripping because it's cracked right here or because the O-ring. You know, when I lifted the engine, it kind of puts a little stress there, so the upper O-ring might have leaked out that way when it was being tugged up like that. That's my thought. Tug it up like that, I think it might leak out the O-ring. Anyway, I took it off thinking I had to do that to clear this, but look at that. I didn't even have to undo that hose. I undid that hose for nothing. Well, not really nothing, because I'm going to change the O-ring and see if it still leaks after that. If it's still, then we're going to, if it's a crack in the plastic there, which is entirely possible. If that's the case, then yeah, we'll be getting a new one. We're gonna replace that seal too while I'm at it, because they're here now. Might as well. Some people say you need a fancy tool. I'm pretty sure I could just pop this out with a screwdriver and tap it back in with some gentle taps. A claw hammer. I think I'm joking. Probably should use a plastic hammer though. Really. Use the BMW tool. Don't do anything I say to do on this channel. I do stupid things. So yeah, to remove the seal, you're going to want to take your fence pliers. You just want to go in here. This is an official BMW tool. And you want to kind of go this way with it. Might want to remove your radiator. That's not working. Oh, that seal goes way in there. In that case, might use the other end of the claw hammer. Yeah, maybe we have the wrong claw hammer. Okay, maybe this one will work. This radiator is still in the way. Maybe if we do it from underneath. Still have an issue. That might actually. Getting on the back side of it is hard. Let's try something else. Okay. Always magnets. Magnets. Use these little magnets on things everywhere. See nothing bad here with this. No, it didn't come out. You know what? I think we're gonna have to cut this booger. I didn't want to. I think we're gonna have to score it with a Dremel and then pop it out. So we're gonna do that. It just won't be this. Nothing wants to be easy here. All right, so now I'll take my E10 socket. Go ahead and take this off now. It's about that time. I will say it's a lot easier to take this off. I don't know if this is going to be an easier way for people or not. But it's a thought, you know. It works. I did it this way. Wow. But I had to take a fan out. But if you end up having to take the fan out anyway, maybe this could be easier for you to go ahead and pull the whole thing apart. One might think that I had taken an impact to this and that I didn't properly clean out the plug, and no, I didn't. Okay, I used a regular ratchet, a steel 8mm hex, and it was firmly in there. That thing's just that tight. It ate that aluminum in slow motion. You know, and this is what I ended up having to do. Sometimes you have to do these things, people. Not pretty, but I got it. Got it out. Oh God, all right. So yeah, might want to be a little careful. Apparently I cut all the way through it a good bit. And wow, it's not that deep, but it's there all the way. It barely even scratched right here, and it barely even scratched in the back. But we're going to fill that in. It's not a big deal. I know it looks bad, but we're going to fill that in. Trust me, that's not the point to where you're concerned about the leakage coming from. It'll leak from the seal long before it'll ever leak from there. You could fill this in with silicone, but use whatever you think will be good. I'm probably going to use some black RTV. Just lay a little thin layer, push the seal in, wipe off the excess from the back side, be done. That's how that's going to go. Alright, so we're all the way there. We've made it all the way to where everything that's going to come out is out. Now it's on to starting to put things back in, which I'm thinking before I put that seal in, I might put the timing chain in first. That way I have a little extra room to see through there to see what's going on. And I don't think it'll be a big deal. These are the brand new, oh, I don't know if you can't see that. These are the brand new bolts that I have in it right now. But yeah, see, we're moving right along. The cleaning, yeah, I mean, people are always saying, "Oh, cleaning doesn't really, isn't really being done right," and this and that. Because you're not showing your cleaning. You're not showing what you're doing, and this and that. And I don't know. I just think that cleaning's boring, and it's not something you want to see. But if you want to see some cleaning, I sped the footage up. Maybe this is entertaining to you. Maybe you find this entertaining. I don't know, people. It's tedious. It's tedious work. But I'll tell you what, it is important. You really do need to, clean things up and try not to make a mess while you're cleaning and try not to get things everywhere else because you're trying to clean everything, So, I am using light shots of carb cleaner here and there and stuff, some people might not like, Some of these electronic parts I think could possibly be cooled by the engine oil. I know some processors and such actually run at very high temperatures, and so the engine oil might be maintaining that temperature in some way. So getting these parts clean, I think is important. And those little Vanos passages there, those got cleaned out really good and everything. And yeah, you see cleaned out here. Also, that bottom right corner of the picture too, I'm just showing you the muck on my finger, but anyway, the bottom right corner, you'll see there's a little metal ring there where the valve cover is going to go. If you switch to the plastic valve cover, make sure you remove those rings. There's going to be one on the back left too, and they're just like guide pins for the magnesium valve cover. But if you've switched, you want to get rid of those. Ask me how I know later. Not this late. Much later. Like days later. We'll find out later. The idea is that this brass brush won't hurt anything. See, I could do this. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you. You think I'm crazy until I show you what I'm doing, right? You can't even see this on camera. Let's get the one behind it. I'm using the brass brush because the brass will not eat the steel. Won't even scratch it. It'll be beautiful. Okay. So, like I said, there was no rust up against it. Maybe it's because there was a little bit of oil. Maybe still there at one point or another. Oh, you don't want to see these spark plugs. They had Bosch Platinums. That's what was in there. Isn't that like... I hate these plugs. I'm sorry, Bosch. I know you make some good stuff, but I don't like your Bosch Platinum plugs. Just don't. Not your old ones anyway. I don't know if you've improved the design since. Anyway. All I want to do is show you what I've done. Take a small paper towel. I'm wiping off what I've cleaned here. Remember when I said earlier, I said, don't worry about that rust. Look at that. Oh, I was BSing you, didn't you? Oh God, no, it's going to be terrible. You'll never be able to save it. You'll need to take those cams all the way off. What's wrong with that? You see a problem there? I see a problem with that rusty lobe. But look at the ones I just cleaned a little bit. I didn't even put much work. I didn't even put anything into them. Look at how clean and shiny they come. It's like a mirror just about. It's nice. Shiny cams. Got to have those shiny cams. Got to have those shiny cams. If you want your car to look pretty. You can't even see the cams, but you know, hey, we did it. We cleaned them. Okay. It's the next day. I know you can't see it too well. You can see better than what I was trying to show you yesterday, but the part right here that you're seeing just inside here, that's a broken head bolt just below this Vanos gear. Now the plus side is that it's not one that holds over the cylinders, but that's that head of that bolt I found in the oil pan, I suspect. We're going to put this in. That's the tranny. Somewhere up there is a starter and a place to put this pin in. We have the engine lifted up a little bit. I found it. I don't know what I just hit, but I found it. Okay. Alright, so I found the pin. That's where our oil pan was. And we come up. We're going to come up along. We're going to not hit the... No, okay. Look. There's this thing here. The steering yoke. We're going to come up between this and look at the side of the engine block here. Between the coolers, huh? So that's the angle we're going for. Alright, so now I've turned around. We're coming straight up. And I'm going to have to turn the light on first. You see in there? See that yellow tab? There's your starter up there. This is the side of your engine block, and there's your transmission there. If your oil pan's off, that's what that'll look like. Above that, that's the pin. And you can take a hook. Kind of gentle, because I mean, this engine has close to 180,000 miles. If that plug's been in there for that whole time, it may be a bit brittle towards that ring. So I'm trying to not just be too snatchy with it. I want to be gentle and make sure I have a good grab and pull the right direction. I think you want the handle like towards the bell housing end. Gently feel for that eye hole.
Eye holes, get them today.
Now we'll never know how it really goes. Okay, and this just, you can just fold this out. Alright, so let's check out our old chain. What's going on here. As you can see, it's not much. There's a lot more lean in this chain than there is in this chain, which means that our links are looser here than they are here. And you want less movement between the links going. I can't even do anything to show you. Yeah, I really can't feel any difference between any kind of in-play there, but like I said, if I do it this way, chain will try to ride under it. If I do it this way, it definitely rides under it. Just slide her in. Slide her in. Look at this. See these things? Let's open them up a little bit. We're going to slide it over. Look at that. Watch this. Watch this. Gotta put the gear in there. Hopefully I have the gear going the right way. Anyway, you can spread these open a little bit. There you go. Now the gear's in there. Set this to the side. Yeah, we're gonna pull this out over here. And we're gonna grab our other piece. We're gonna figure out how that went since I accidentally just threw the other one off so suddenly. But I know it snaps into these holes. That look about right? That don't look right. So yeah, it goes like that. Oh, and the chain goes underneath this piece here, if it matters to you. There you go. You're all set, except I messed it up just now. Okay, now you're all set. Let's go put this bad boy in. Go ahead and hang the timing chain first because I thought it'd be easier to do without the seal in place. But I'm gonna need that crank pulley to go through that seal to line all this stuff up. And now I'm gonna put that bolt in it. And I just don't want to have to repeat steps. So this is our seal. I'm gonna use some of this gray RTV here to fill in our scratch. It's a diagonal scratch. If I fill it in with some RTV, should have no problems with any kind of oil leakage there. I know there's some purists out there who are hating me, and maybe you're thinking I should do some sort of JV weld thing with a credit card and smooth it over that way and do some light sanding to it or something crazy. You could do that, maybe, but I really think, you know, this is not where it's going to be leaking from if it ever develops another leak. It'll be from that seal again. And that's probably not going to be for over 100,000 miles from now. And the next person might say, oh man, I know what somebody did here. Well, of course they did. They probably saw this video because they bought this car. But you know what I'm saying? It might surprise someone one day. Basically, I'm not going to go for perfection here. I just want to make sure it's down and into the groove that I made. We're going to let it maybe wipe off a little bit of the excess. I'm going to wipe off more of the excess when it comes time to I don't let any square inch go to waste. These paper towels, they're not cheap. Anyway, so yeah, got some stuff in our diagonal stripe now. And as I push it in, it'll go back over it. You can kind of see where it is. And but we don't want to remove all that straight away. We don't want this. We don't want this seal to. I smell that fresh German air. Yeah. It does have that German smell to it. Yeah, I don't know what this was supposed to be for. Let that fall into the engine. Okay. Now, before we put this in, got some heavy duty silicone, and give that a shake. I'm gonna put that around here. Hopefully that'll keep it from coming out of the crevice there, and yeah, it'll slide the excess in the back, and then I can just wipe the excess off with my finger. That's my plan. That's my plan. You agree with my plan? Guess what? I don't care. Yeah. Guess it's right. Alright. Slide that there. Get it started. Nice and even. Nice and even. Kind of press it in with your palm. Easy does. Nice and even. Alright. Once you've done that, you're going to want to get out your fence pliers. Make sure you're doing like this. And that way you're accidentally... Whoa! Speaking of accidents, the tripod does not want to stay here. This is an accident. How's that? We're still looking at a hole. It's been so long setting that up, man, just for that set. I can't get it right. Close enough? I say it's close enough. Kinda like it right there. Alright, anyway. Stay. Don't move. As I was saying, we're going to take our fence pliers. And you might want to take extra swings backwards so that you can add extra cooling to your radiator. That extra cooling will help out. Now, actually, I'm going to turn this sideways and kind of tap it in because I don't have the proper hammer. You know me, I never have the proper. I do somewhere, but I never know where it's at.
The trust in the tap.
And still, I'm just gently tapping it, even trying to get it to go in evenly all the way around. Don't be scared. Just don't miss. No, I'm afraid I'm gonna miss. Let me get something else. I can't find anything else. So we're gonna try this. Now that special tool I mentioned earlier actually will help you out with installing this seal as well. But you know, let's say you're a poor broke mechanic who has no business owning a BMW. Then this is what you have to do. Actually, I've become quite fond of you know, I think, you know, if I was to be working on these full time though as a professional BMW mechanic, you'd really want all those tools. As a person out of their garage having to do this with just the tools they have, you know, this is why I do videos like this. I hope you understand. It is possible to do it this way, but you have to be really careful, and it's very slow going. This is why this is time lapsed. You know, it's a whole lot of tapping it gently and making sure that you can only tap on one section of that seal, one tiny edge. You don't want to mess up the inner edge of it, because that's where your pulley is going to seal. If you miss just one time and you rip that seal or damage it in some way, like I said earlier, we're not there's see that rings what I was showing you where the old seal rode. We're hoping that this new seal won't ride exactly in that same spot. That way it'll give us the best seal, you know. And maybe by making this seal come more flush to that front edge was my thinking, because I think the previous seal might have been more slightly recessed into it. As long as your pulley goes all the way in and makes a good seal. That's what's really important, is that you're not losing oil. And then it's doing its job properly. And I switched to another one to try to get it down a little bit more where the original was. I started having second thoughts about having it too far out, you know, almost flush with that edge. So I made sure it was nice and even though. I'm giving you another slow motion view here. But yeah, a whole lot of work here. And I do it, you know, you probably would be better off getting the tool if you don't want to spend hours doing this. But it is possible. It does work. You can actually put your seal in this way. A little contraption of 1/4 inch adapters here. That's what I got going on. It's a drill bit adapter to a 3/8. That's how I got through that. And although I've seen some people with different tools doing this different ways, but it works. Got a new, I put the new plug there. Put the new plug in. Got their chain in. It's getting there. A little bit of cleaning's happened. Still got a little more cleaning to go. Trying not to wash things into the newly cleaned oil pan. That should be good. Alright, we got all our valve cover bolts in. The tricky part was getting this injector rail cleared, but wasn't that bad. And you know, some things are fitting a little differently than they did on the magnesium cover. Yeah, but that's okay. Everything seems to line up good for all that stuff. Cleaned up this pan here and stuff. Got some new Vanos. I got some of those Amazon, eBay Vanos solenoids. Well, these were from Amazon, so maybe I get a little better luck with them. I hear bad things about the eBay ones and stuff. Yeah, I still gotta tighten up these little 10mm bolts. And yeah, so we got our roll pan back up in here. It's not looking too bad. Got all that stuff. Got the pin up from up in there. I know you can't see it, but yeah. So far so good. Gotta put all the plates, gotta put this plate back on and all the plastic stuff. And our radiator fan, coils. I'm gonna put some new spark plugs in there because Bosch Platinum suck. And I'm also gonna plug up the rest of this stuff. Well, whenever I feel like it. I'll make sure these things are clean and good before I do it. Also, I gotta unstick that. It happened when I set the hood down, but I thought, man, that's kind of handy. It holds it up out of the way for you when you have it detached. But it was not done on purpose. I wish I could say that this was a life hack. But no, it just kind of accidentally happened, and now I have to have somebody go hold the hood latch while I take it off. But it'll work. Be fine. It'll be fine. Look at this. There's oil. I don't know, you can't really see it too well. I don't really understand. Maybe I have to back up something. But you can see this like oil blow by from the cap. I don't know. I've had issues. When I changed the iridium cap over, maybe this thing's just messed up. So Got one off of Amazon. There's like a ton of choices online. I mean, it's like 30 different people you can get oil caps from, probably. Huh. Huh. Probably just gonna break it. It's supposed to just snap on. That is not on. Alright. So basically there's a little lip inside the edge here. You want to set that lip just on these hooks. That's it. All this stuff I didn't have to do. And now it works. Well, it actually feels pretty good. I'm happy with it. And you know what, even better? It's not advertising for Castrol. I don't really care. I didn't want to. I'm not putting Castrol in. Actually, I don't know what I'm putting in here. I don't care what you put in it. Put whatever you want in there. Also, it looks like a little bit better on this. That's not good. That's a brand new seal there. It should not be leaking. Let's see what we can do though. Gonna be a good dog? Plain noise. But yeah, so today I'm gonna get rid of these coil packs. Supposed to be these high output coil packs. They came with the car, and they just weren't all that pretty. They may have been what helped cause the damage on the previous valve cover if you've been keeping up. But I got these Delphi style coil packs from the newer BMW, the newer ones. And they just came, you know, all just wrapped up in here, packed tightly in this box. They're Delphi style, which means they're made somewhere else. But I got a really good deal on Amazon for 6 of these. They actually looked pretty good quality if they kept true to the specs and the materials, which seem really good. This is multi-layer steel here. Very interesting. This I got from Walmart.com. I don't know. I just wanted to try it out. It's you know, something. I'm probably not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna do that in this video, but maybe an upcoming video. Oh man, leaves are just like, I just cleaned it. I mean, we did all this work, you know. But anyway, you know, there's something I noticed here that's a little different. Okay, so we've switched over to the plastic valve cover. It used to have the magnesium valve cover. This is on a 2006 BMW 530i with the 3-liter N52 engine. And anyway, yeah, if you don't know, these lift up and they push out at the same time, and they kind of lock down when you put them in. These don't. I don't know. Could be the coils. I don't know. Anyway, these have these little slots on the bottom of them. Well, apparently these newer 2016, 2015 coil style Delphi coils or whatever. Let's see. Apparently, I'll pull one right out of the wrapper for you so you can see. Alright, but yeah, it's dead center. The little locking tab there. So these didn't even have one. Anyway, I guess maybe I could have looked for specifically ones that didn't have this, but like I said, I got a deal on them. There you go, it's in focus now. Oh, there's a tab there. I don't know, that's just how it is. But in any case, on the plug part, there's definitely a cutout for one. But it's off to the side. That one's dead center. So what you have to do is get in there with this, like a real skinny screwdriver, and just real skinny one, and just kind of twist it and break it up in there and just tear that up. You could try using an X-Acto knife. I tried, but it did not. It just, you can't cut this. It's like some hardcore neoprene plastic stuff here. It just does not want to cut. Maybe I just had too cheap of an X-Acto knife. I don't know. But anyway, my best shot was using a tiny screwdriver and just twisting it and breaking that stuff out. And should still work. Let's give it a try. We've already replaced our taken out the Bosch Platinums that were in here previously, and we've put NGK iridium i9s in here. Let's drop our Delphi style coil pack into our new plastic valve cover, and like a glove, there you have it. Okay, so let's see if we get the focus here. What you want to do is get your little flathead screwdriver. This one's been well used, and you want to just kind of wedge. You don't want to go into it too far, and you don't want to slip and cut your finger like so. Okay, so yep, I already did it. But anyway, yeah, you give it a little twisty. Twister. Get it in there. Gotta. If you can't get it in the hole, you just gotta make a hole. Basically, after you've been twisted it a while, eventually it's gonna poke through the other side of that little piece in there. See it? You see it? Okay. Then you can do this number. And you still gotta kind of pick some stuff out. But basically, yeah, you're gonna keep doing this kind of stuff. Yeah, almost out. That's it. Now we're going to put this Delphi style coil in an 06 BMW. Matter of fact, I've already done some. And the hardest one. But there's two more red ones here I gotta do. I'll pull this one here. Make sure there's no oil down inside of there. Yeah. We also have today Canon high flow air filter to replace our original BMW air filter. I don't know if this was replaced. I think the guy just went to the BMW dealer a lot. But yeah, figure out. Wasn't like too terrible, but in order to keep it fresh and new looking, this is what my recommendation is, to keep the wrapper on it. Yep. There you go. Just like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we'll go on a test drive. That's good enough. And we'll try it out. Oh yeah, there's a sticker. Oh well. Let's do it. That's good enough. Don't need the hood all the way down. We're just going to be doing like 120, 140. Short little test drive. Let me tell you something. That air filter is garbage, man. Total garbage. I couldn't get the engine to run for crap. Every time I step on the gas, it just bogged down. It was like blip, 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 blip. Yep, throwing this thing straight into the trash. Brand new, and it worked like crap. I didn't even take the wrapper off of it yet. Can you believe that? Piece of crap. Total lie. Added horsepower. This is garbage. Put this one back in it. Oh, come on, guys. You know I know. I know to take the wrapper off the air filter. I know. It's a joke, people. Don't keep jumping in the comments. I guarantee you. There's a few people who jumped down in those comments there and said, "What a dumbass." That's my joke, okay? I play dumb sometimes. That's the humor. If you don't know not to take the wrapper off of your air filter, and you actually agreed with me on that whole thing, then no, I'm sorry. This is not a channel for you. If you believed me that Canon made a bad air filter, then this is the wrong channel for you. You gotta have a little more common sense to visit my channel. I'm sorry. I have education requirements on my channel, people. I'm sorry. It's how it is. It's not for everyone. It's for those that are not genius, but not stupid either. Maybe there's not as many people out there. I don't know what this is. I don't even know what I'm just ranting on now. So, yeah, there you go. Canon air filter is beautiful, isn't it? I only wanted the sticker. That's all. I didn't care about the air filter. I want that fashion statement. Oh shit. Did it now. Blue lights. Must mean I'm a freaking Walmart. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know it's a piece of crap Durango. Don't it look good right here for some reason? I don't know what it is.